Hey. Today we have two more stories from Surviving Infidelity. One deals with a man whose girlfriend was seeing two other guys on the side. One deals with a woman who was told she wasn't enough for her ex. Spelling and grammar errors, courtesy of Reddit. Lol. Don't forget to like and subscribe. This story is titled, Done Deal. A lot of savage stories out here. Mine's not so savage, but still want to write about it, to get it off my chest. 5 years ago, I ended a relationship. We had been together for 4 years, and it went sour, and she cheated on me. For half a decade, I worked on myself, on my trust and commitment issues. Tried to put myself back together. Eventually I got to a place where I was really happy with who I was. I was ready to open my heart again. And then I, 27 male, met her. 26 female. She was amazing. Everything I'd ever wanted. Really everything anyone would want. I had got the girl every guy wanted. The problem was, every guy still wanted her, and she knew it, and loved it. I loved Kay with more passion and fierceness than anyone ever before. I threw myself into that relationship, every bit of my heart and soul I poured into it. I committed to being the best I could for her. I was so ready to love someone, and she seemed like the perfect fit. Not perfect, she was flawed of course, but in a way that made it all the more real. She had flaws, but what does that matter when it comes to matters of the heart? We love what we love. Reason does not enter into it. In many ways, unwise love is the truest love. Anyone can love a thing because that's as easy as putting a penny in your pocket. But to love something despite, to know the flaws and love them too, that is rare and pure and perfect. One day, we were going down an escalator, and I saw a text from her younger, slightly more amoral sister pop up. Do you think Max XYZ is hot? I'm with S. 3 minutes later, she was in a foul mood. Foul. I asked her what was wrong. She said nothing. Her sister can just be really mean sometimes. She didn't know I'd seen some of the conversation. The thing was, our relationship was built on good communication. When she didn't tell me something, I knew something was wrong. Later that night, I got insecure, and I checked her phone. The messages to her sister had been cleared entirely. She was hiding something. I convinced myself she was protecting me. She was a good person. With a good heart, a kind heart, someone worth loving, who would never hurt me. So, I didn't press it. Fast forward a few months. She comes to live with me, after doing a month-long distance. Something seemed off one day when she was writing in her journal. I asked her what she writes about, she declined to answer. We had a long conversation a few days later, anything I need to know type conversations. Nothing. Again, my insecurity got the better of me, and I cracked, and I read the journal. For our whole relationship, it was littered with entries such as: woke up and daydreamed about Max. I know if I got the chance, I would cheat on S with Max. I will regret this, not exploring with Max. I want an honest chance with him. Sitting here, waiting for Max to text me. I don't have the energy to talk to S. Not only Max, I am thinking about sex with S, and wishing it could be with Wyatt. I will never accept that Wyatt and I will not hook up. Big weekend. Got drunk, cheated on S with Wyatt. I confronted her about it. She said these were just fantasies. That the cheating was just sexting. That it wasn't real. That I had violated the trust by reading her diary. I agreed. We had both fricked up. Said I'd give her a second chance. That I understand that she might be having second thoughts, and that we all get swept away by our thoughts sometimes. In a way I was pleased she was writing them down and casting them away. A lot of the entries were from long distance time. This was the start of January. Enter start of February. She moves back to her place. My mother came to stay with me. Could have been awkward. 5 days after moving out, about a month since the diary incident, a Friday, we go on a long walk. She discusses long-term futures with me. Sees us going the distance. How would I feel about raising children in this place? Who would she invite to the wedding? That night she has a girls' night with her housemates. Gets drunk. No texts to me that night. Not even to say good night. I wake up several times in the night worried. I'd seen this movie before. I check Wyatt's Instagram. She had liked his last photo that night. I went over there first thing. We spoke. She said she told her housemates everything about the diary, and just liked the photo, not texting him or anything. We work it out, have sex, talk for 3 more hours, work through things, discuss kids, and other long-term futures again. Moving in together again, etc. She goes to the bathroom. I check her phone. She had texted her sister, should I be with S? He would literally love me even if I killed someone. Or should I go be with other guys? And one text, from her to Max. It was a response to a question. There was no preceding conversation. It had been deleted, but she had passed out before deleting this last text. She had written it in her notes too, before sending it via Instagram DM. How could she not even text me good night, but fall asleep talking to other guys? She comes back from the bathroom. "K, I'll believe you didn't have a repeat with Wyatt last night. But did you talk to Max?" Tears. Yes. Broke up with her on the spot. That made giving her a chance the month before the second hardest thing I'd ever done. Walking away from a woman I loved so purely was the hardest goddamn thing I've ever done. 4 days on since then. We haven't spoken at all. I wonder if we will. I lie awake at night and think about her. I wonder if I made the wrong decision, if I just threw away something that could have been beautiful. I wonder if all the love I gave her will ever come back to me. But I think, whilst it wasn't physical infidelity, it was clear her heart wasn't with me. I think I did the right thing. Thanks to all of you here for being inspiring. My story isn't half as bad as most of them, but it hurts all the same. I have doubts in myself now. Hope I see it through. Comment 1. You did the right thing. Trying to be in a relationship with someone who is in love with someone else is an exercise in futility. I'm sorry it didn't work, but she's proven she is not to be trusted. She's a milk dud, sweet on the outside, pure poison on the inside. Comment 2. Been in the same boat, man, and I'm 3 years out. Literally almost verbatim story, she was the perfect girl, and once you put that title on a girl, it's so easy to get blinded and miss the red flags and abuse that she is putting you through. My suggestions: what I've also done, improve yourself. This same heartbreak has led me to dropping 30 pounds and getting a six-pack. Improve on your education or career aspects also. Turn yourself into the dream guy that every girl wants. Find a new girl, not perfect but perfect for you, and don't ever let a girl treat you like second place ever again. Good luck, bro. Comment 3. You can't be with a woman when you don't know who she is thinking of all the time. Especially in bed. She has already compared you to them and is weighing the pros and cons. There is an Evanescence song that has the lyrics, "I've made up your mind." This far into it, she just can't pull the trigger. You have too. Comment 4. The perfect version of her in your head was only because of the rose-colored glasses that you were wearing. She definitely is a vile person. She even said that even if she'd do a hideous crime, you'd still forgive her and accept her. This means that she knows you'll not adhere to your boundaries and that she can do whatever she wants and still take advantage of you. Did she do anything physical? I'd place my bet on yes. She definitely slept with them. Or at least one of them. Even if she didn't, her entire ordeal was straight up disrespectful and evil. She may go and experience those guys and sleep around and then may realize what she had lost. Then she'll come around and beg. From what I read, you're very naive. And she'll easily manipulate you to reconcile. She was never the perfect woman you thought she was. Let me ask you something. What advice would you give if your son or your best friend's girlfriend did all this? Would you tell him to take his girlfriend back and forgive her, or to work on himself and move on because there is gem of a woman out there who'd be lucky to have a partner like you? Comment 5. Don't bring butterflies into your garden. Tend to your garden and they will come. It's a hard pill to swallow when someone you love so deeply betrays you. It raises questions like, was I not good enough? Did I not do enough? Why do they think their happiness is elsewhere when I've given everything I am to this? Everything we go through is an opportunity to learn and grow. Does it suck? Absolutely. Does it guarantee that equipped with this knowledge we'll never be taken advantage of again? Nope, but your conscience is clear. You are faithful, forgiving, trustworthy, compassionate, strong, and enough. I kept telling my ex, I'm tired of paying the price for other people's mistakes, for decisions that I didn't make. 4 days into our breakup, after 4 years, I'm quickly learning that I cannot control the actions of others. I am only responsible and in control of how I react to it, how I choose to move forward from it, and whether or not I allow it to change who I am. Best of luck to you as you continue your healing journey. It was her loss, my friend. This story is titled, My Love Wasn't Enough. Hi everyone, I want to apologize for any spelling mistakes, and I'm on a mobile so the format may be a little strange. I just wanted to share what my soon-to-be ex-husband said when I found the messages that proved what I had thought for months: he was having an affair. He told me, "You love me more than anyone has ever loved me, but it's not enough." That sentence rings in my head, clear as day months later. At the time it absolutely broke me. I tried so hard to be everything that he wanted, needed, and gave him all the love I had to give. I didn't object to boys' night. I picked up my whole life and moved for his work. Anything he asked me to do, without hesitation, I did it. And then suddenly I wasn't enough anymore, even though he had been insisting that everything was fine between us. At the time that was devastating. It was a slap to the face. He outright told me that my love wasn't enough to keep him from missing that something new. But now, I'm so thankful, because he did not deserve all the love that I gave him. I deserve someone who wants all the love I have to give and wants to give it to me back. And so does everyone else in this sub. I'm not officially divorced yet, but I wanted to say it does get easier. To anyone out there not feeling like enough, I want to remind you that you are absolutely enough, and that our partner's cheating had nothing to do with us, but what was actually not enough within themselves. Comment 1. This made me cry. I gave my entire heart and soul to my ex. She just took and took and took. She was also my first love. I was blind to it the entire time. I'm also such a sensitive romantic. Needless to say, I will never put my own mental and physical well-being before anyone else. I'm just having a bad day in general. It's been 6 weeks since D-Day and a month since we separated. I guess it's been getting better ever so slightly, but on days like today I'm thrown right back to D-Day. It sucks. Thank you for your encouraging words. It gives me hope. Comment 2. You are on the right track now, op. Well done for not sticking around and trying even harder to keep that disrespectful shite of an ex of yours. Sounds like you are already on the mend from it all. Take your time. You are still very young. Some lucky guy will get the benefit of your ex's stupidity. I hope that you go on to have a wonderful life, and in doing so you just stick it to him. He will always be a cake eater. When you get married again, send him a piece of your wedding cake. On second thoughts, just ceremonially throw a piece in the trash. He doesn't even deserve scorn. Good luck. Comment 3. The last part of your post is exactly right. He got it wrong. You were more than enough. He was not enough for you. He was not worthy enough, loving enough, faithful enough, honorable enough. He was not enough. He is broken. Until he sees that he is not enough and fixes himself, he will keep repeating the bad behavior and choices he makes, leaving nothing but destruction behind him. Glad you are able to see that you are more than enough and have picked yourself up, dusted yourself off, and are in a much better place. I also hope that someone worthy of you, who will love you completely and be faithful only to you, will come along in your life. Thank you so very much for listening. Please check out my other videos and like and subscribe.